Welcome back to Tech Unstripped, the podcast that dives deep into the ever-evolving world of technology and its impact on our lives. Today we're unstripping a topic that resonates with every parent, guardian, and educator: the influence of technology on our children. They are truly the first generation of digital natives, growing up in a world saturated with screens, constant connectivity, and digital interactions. This presents both incredible opportunities for learning and development, but also significant challenges and concerns that we as a society are still grappling with. In this episode, we're going to explore this critical balance, moving beyond the headlines to understand the nuances of this digital upbringing. To help us understand these complex issues, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Dr. Carter, a leading expert in child development and the psychological impact of technology. His research has been instrumental in shaping our understanding of how young minds interact with the digital world. Dr. Carter, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today.
It's an incredibly important and timely conversation, especially as technology continues to accelerate its integration into daily life. Thank you for having me.
Dr. Carter, let's jump right in. The term digital native gets thrown around a lot. What does it really mean in terms of how technology shapes a child's development compared to previous generations?
That's a crucial starting point. Fundamentally, digital natives have never known a world without the internet, smartphones, and social media. Their brains are developing in an environment where constant connectivity and digital information are the norm, not an add-on. This isn't just about familiarity, it's about neural pathways being formed differently. For example, their brains might be exceptionally adept at rapid information processing and task switching, which are skills highly valued in the digital realm. They often have an intuitive understanding of technology, can multitask across digital platforms with ease, and access vast amounts of information readily, which can be a huge cognitive advantage. However, it also means their social interactions, their attention spans, and even their understanding of the world and reality are being shaped by these digital experiences from a very early age, in ways that previous generations simply didn't encounter. We're observing changes in how they process information, how they learn, and how they even form social connections, which are distinct from the pre-digital era.
Whoa, that's fascinating. The idea that technology is literally influencing brain development. So let's start with the positives, because there are many. How can technology actually be a significant benefit to children's learning and development? Perhaps even accelerating certain aspects of their growth.
There are immense benefits when used thoughtfully. Educational apps and online resources can make learning incredibly engaging and interactive, moving beyond traditional cramming and memorization. They can cater to different learning styles, offer personalized learning paths, and provide immediate feedback, which is incredibly powerful for retention. Technology can foster incredible creativity through digital art tools, music production software, and coding platforms that allow children to build and innovate. Beyond that, it can connect children to global communities, exposing them to diverse cultures and ideas in real time, fostering a sense of global citizenship. For children with special needs, technology often provides adaptive tools that can unlock learning and communication opportunities previously unavailable, truly leveling the playing field, so to say. Think of eye-tracking software for communication or specialized learning programs. It can also be a powerful tool for developing problem-solving skills, critical thinking, and even computational thinking if used in a structured, project-based way. The potential for truly personalized and accessible education is immense.
Those are clear advantages. It's not just about entertainment, it's about genuine cognitive and creative development. But on the flip side, what are some of the major challenges and concerns parents and educators should be aware of regarding kids and tech, focusing on the less obvious one?
The concerns are real and multifaceted. Excessive screen time is a big one. It can impact sleep, physical activity, and even language development in very young children if it replaces face-to-face interaction. We're seeing more and more research on the critical importance of unstructured play and imaginative play, which can be displaced by constant digital engagement. There are serious questions about social media's impact on mental health, particularly for adolescents, contributing to anxiety, depression, and body image issues. It's not just about cyberbullying, which is a pervasive threat, but also the constant comparison culture on platforms, the curated realities, and the pressure to present a perfect self. This can contribute significantly to anxiety, depression, body image issues, and even feelings of loneliness despite being connected. The dopamine feedback loops within these apps can also be genuinely addictive, leading to difficulty disengaging and impacting self-regulation. Beyond that, there's the exposure to inappropriate or harmful content, data privacy concerns, where children's digital footprints are being established without their full understanding, and the potential for a diminished capacity for deep, sustained focus. The very nature of quick, digestible content online can hinder the development of patience for more complex, long-form information.
This can feel overwhelming for parents. It's not just about setting limits, it's about understanding the underlying psychological effects. What practical, actionable advice can you offer on how to navigate their children's technology use, set healthy boundaries, and foster responsible digital citizenship in a world where technology is omnipresent?
It's about balance and conscious parenting, proactive parenting, not prohibition. Trying to completely ban technology in today's world is often unrealistic and can even be detrimental, as it doesn't prepare children for the digital world they will inhabit.
First, and perhaps most importantly, model good tech habits yourselves. Children learn by observing. If you're constantly on your phone at dinner, they will internalize that behavior. Second, establish clear screen time limits and designate tech-free zones and times, like meal times, an hour before bedtime, or bedrooms. These physical and temporal boundaries are crucial for creating space for other activities.
Third, encourage active play, outdoor time, and in-person social interactions. These are foundational for physical and emotional development. Facilitate hobbies that don't involve screens. Fourth, and this is where conscious parenting comes in, have open, ongoing conversations with your children about online safety, privacy, and how to respond to cyberbullying. Don't wait for a problem to arise. Discuss what to do if they encounter something unsettling or someone makes them uncomfortable. Teach them to be critical consumers of information, to question what they see online, and to understand that not everything presented digitally is true or accurate. Empower them to be kind, respectful, and empathetic digital citizens, understanding that their online actions have real-world consequences. Finally, co-viewing or co-playing with your children is incredibly powerful. Engage with their digital world. Ask them about the games they're playing or the videos they're watching. This allows you to understand their experiences, discuss content, and bond over shared digital activities. It shifts the dynamic from policing to partnership. That holistic approach sounds far more sustainable and effective than just blanket rules. Now, let's broaden our perspective a bit. It's insightful to see how different continents and cultures approach this issue. In some Asian countries, for instance, there's often a strong emphasis on digital literacy and coding from a very young age, integrated into schooling as a core competency. In parts of Africa, mobile technology is frequently the primary, and often only, access to educational resources, bridging significant geographical and infrastructural gaps. Meanwhile, in many Western countries, the debate often centers more on regulating social media, managing screen time for well-being, and combating online exploitation. How do these differing approaches reflect diverse societal values and priorities, and what can we learn from them globally?
That's an excellent point about the global landscape. These differing approaches highlight varying societal priorities and stages of digital adoption. In many Asian countries, the focus on digital literacy and coding isn't just about future job markets. It's often viewed as a fundamental skill for critical thinking and problem-solving in the 21st century, deeply integrated into the educational philosophy. It reflects a proactive stance on equipping children with the tools to innovate and thrive in a tech-driven economy.
In Africa, for example, the narrative is often one of leapfrogging traditional infrastructure. Mobile technology isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for accessing education, healthcare information, and economic opportunities in remote areas. The focus there is on access, equitable distribution, and leveraging tech to solve immediate societal challenges. The benefits of connectivity often outweigh the concerns that might dominate discussions in more digitally mature societies. In Western countries, where technology has been pervasive for longer, the conversation has shifted more towards the social and psychological impacts, particularly regarding mental health, privacy, and the ethical implications of AI and data use. The regulatory push around social media, for example, stems from a recognition of the significant influence these platforms have on identity formation and well-being. What we can learn globally is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Each region has valuable insights. The emphasis on digital skills from Asia, the focus on equitable access from Africa, and the critical examination of mental health impacts from the West. Combining these perspectives can help us develop more comprehensive and effective strategies for raising children in this digital age. It's about balancing opportunity with responsibility and innovation with well-being.
Dr. Carter, this has been an incredibly important, nuanced, and frankly empowering discussion. It's clear that technology isn't going away. In fact, it will only become more integrated into our lives. Our children will be growing up deeply immersed in it, and our role isn't to shield them entirely, but rather to guide them, educate them, and empower them to thrive ethically and responsibly in this complex digital world. Your insights have provided invaluable guidance for parents, educators, and indeed anyone concerned about the next generation. Thank you for shedding such crucial light on these critical issues. And that's all for this episode of Tech Unstripped. Join us next time as we continue to explore the fascinating and ever-evolving impact of technology on our lives. Remember to subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, and feel free to share your own experiences and questions with us. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and get techie.